Si, how long have you been teaching and fighting in Muay Thai?
Well, I started when I was 11, 56 this year, so you can do the maths. Set my own gym up in 1992, so I've been teaching ever since. I was teaching privately before that, but my full-time premises I started in 92. 88 I fought for the number 3 in the world, Japanese champion in Tokyo, Japan. I won that. And then since then I've dedicated my life to teaching others.
And how long have you known and been training Casey for?
Well, I've known him personally pretty much all his life. I'm friends with his dad and his late mother. Casey and his 2 brothers, his dad brought them to me in the early 2000s. They've all trained with me at some stage or another, but Casey showed a lot more dedication, a lot more promise, and has stuck with it ever since.
And what's your opinion of him, in a personal way and as a fighter?
Personal.
Let's just say his age to me very, very quickly. Personally, I see him as probably like a son I've never had. We've pretty much been through everything you could ever go through in a relationship, fighting, professionally, personally, everything really. As a fighter, from his perspective, he's pretty much got it all.
Because I never get no compliments in the gym.
No.
What is your professional opinion?
My professional opinion of you is that you've pretty much got everything that you need as a fighter. Your heart is unquestionable. Your work ethics and your training, again, you've never shied away. You've never skived. You've never done anything that I've not asked you to do. You've completed pretty much every drill we ever set, everything I throw at you, whatever it is. You get on with it, you don't moan, and you get it done.
I do moan.
Yeah, okay, that's what you do, mate.
That's better than the truth.
But the main thing I think is what you do outside of the gym. A lot of fighters train hard in their prospective gyms when they've got their trainer pushing them. It's easy to train hard on that, but it's what you do outside the gym. What you do with your diet, drinking wise, eating wise, your own training, your own cardio, your strength and conditioning, which you do, and you've covered all bases really. And that's the main thing I think you've got as a fighter. You don't leave any stone unturned. We cover everything we do Thai boxing wise in the gym, but what you do outside of the gym is what's made you the fighter you are, and probably the reason you're undefeated.
Yeah. I'd say you're the reason I'm undefeated, to be honest, but we'll
appreciate that. You have to do the work. All I can do is get you ready.
Casey, congratulations on the birth of your son recently. How many kids have you got now, and how does that impact on your training?
I've got 4 kids. It's hectic. How has it affected training? To be honest, I can't really take any credit for them whilst I'm training for a fight, because my fiance takes care of it all, and she does all that whilst doing all my nutrition as well. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it without her, that's for sure.
Si, can you tell us a bit about this show? How many fights are they on, and what are the rules and the title fights that are on?
Oh, well, it's probably the biggest show of the year. Elite Fighting Championships. There's 50 fights I've just been told on, and Casey's top of the bill. So it's going to be a long old day. I've got 10 fighters on, 2 fighting for titles. And then 8 other fighters, so it's going to be a really busy day, but it's just what we do. There's some good shows coming forward. We've got, I think this is on the evening show, I think there's 5 A-class Muay Thai fights with, like I say, Casey being the heavyweight, the top of the bill. So people are getting their money's worth with the tickets. 50 fights is just extraordinary, and it starts at 1. And we'll probably be in the ring sometime, hopefully, before midnight.
Hopefully.
With you training Casey throughout his career, what fighting style and rules do you think that suit him best?
To be fair, all I teach is traditional Muay Thai. Sometimes we have to fight under a different rule set depending on what's available. But since Casey's been fighting, he's always fought B-class Thai, and this will be his first A-class fight, purely because we've just had to change weight to get this fight. He cleaned the divisions out in the 90 kilo category. There was nobody to fight him. The last fight we had to fight K1 because there was just nobody in the 90 kilo division wanting to fight full Thai rules. Casey was coming out of a couple of years out of the ring, and but we took the fight, and look, he come through it and won big. This fight, like I said, it's his first full Thai rules, first elbow fight. But this is what he's always trained for, and this is how we train in the gym, so I'm looking forward to it.
Casey, obviously you haven't fought for around 3 years now. Can you explain a little as to why the comeback now and why you haven't fought?
So basically, my mum was diagnosed with a terminal illness about 6 years ago, I think now 6 or 7 years ago. So that's why before, on my last K1 fight, before I think it was about 2 years, was it?
It was, yeah.
2 years, and just getting my head back right. And I've never really left the gym as such. There's a difference between training Thai boxing and then training for a fight. There's a massive difference. So my mum was actually at my last fight, but as her health deteriorated after, it just wasn't feasible for me to be in the gym. She had private treatment as well, so a lot of that was at night. And then she passed away in October, 4 days before my son was born. So I spoke to my fiance, spoke to Sai, and just decided that it was the right time to keep me focused, to keep my mind on something. I'm not good when I've not got something to aim towards, and I've not got a lot of pressure. I make bad decisions. I'm better when I've got pressure. I've got something to focus on. I'm in the gym with Sai. Like he says, I train hard outside the gym. I train inside the gym. I'm dedicated beyond belief, and I think that that will show come the night. It's been a long time. But I don't know. I always say I come back I want the biggest fights. I want the biggest shows, and that's exactly what I've got. So that's where we're at.
This guy, I think he's probably one of the best down south. I think he's London based, and we're definitely the best in the Midlands and up north. So it'll be a good fight to see who the top fighter in the country in Europe. Really, it's a European title fight. So the world's the oyster after this. We both made a promise to your mum. So I think this is the timing's perfect. The fight's in Birmingham, so we're going to have a lot of support there.
Massive support.
Probably sold more tickets than any other fighters.
Which is really humbling, to be honest. It's massive.
Well, like you said, it's either humbling or you've just got a lot.
Also, wants to come and see me get elbowed.
There's just a lot of mates that want to see you brought down to earth, and so they can say, "I told you, you're not that hard."
And Casey, do you see the time out of the ring being any issue at all?
Do I see it being an issue? No, I don't think so. We train for fights all the time in the gym.
You've took a fight on 2 days' notice before. So.
Yeah, I took a fight on 2 days' notice. I don't think so. It'll be different because my mum's not here now, so that'll be different. As far as the fight's concerned, I feel good, I feel strong. I don't think it'll make a difference, to be honest.
How do you feel about your opponent?
I mean, it's strictly business. There's no. I respect him, if anything. You have to be a certain type of individual to compete in any sort of sport, combat-wise, whether it be boxing, Muay Thai, MMA, whatever. You have to be a certain type of person, and you deserve respect to get in the ring anyway. You then have to be a slightly different and a different type of person to want to fight full A-class Muay Thai rules, and then I think you go again to want to do that at 100 kilos plus. So I respect him, massive respect to him. I'm confident in my team. I'm confident. I've never trained with anyone else. I've never needed to. I've kept undefeated. I feel probably the best I've ever felt. So yeah, how I feel about him is I've got massive respect. Anyone that is involved in combat sports and puts herself on the line, massive respect. So it's just strictly business.
To be fair, we're ready to go now. You was due to fight in March. That show got pulled, so we've just had an extended training camp. We eased off a little bit, so we didn't peak too early. But yeah, we could fight this next weekend. So it's just a case of just ticking over now. Keeping where we are because we're ready to go.
With Casey moving up 2 weight categories, have you adapted the training in any way or done anything different to before? No,
because at the end of the day, you can change things around to your detriment, I believe. I mean, why change something?
So it's not broken.
Yeah, why fix something that's not broken? You're undefeated for a reason. One of his big strengths, as I stated before, was the speed he's got for a big guy, 6'4", 100 kilos plus now, and the speed's there, the sharpness is there. The power's always been there. Prior to this, now all that's happened is he's kept his speed but got a lot more power, a lot more weight. It'd be nice to see how he carries that weight over 5 rounds, because obviously we've never done that before, but hence why he's trained as hard as he's trained. And I'm confident. I'm not one for predictions, but here's a prediction. Well, I think we'll stop him 3 to 4 rounds.
And to the pair of you, what happens next after this fight? Will this be it, or will there be more fights in the future?
I think once Casey wins this fight, and I'm very confident that he will do, I think pretty much it'll be a case of travelling then out of the country, or bringing in fighters from far afield.
I'll tell you what I've got planned for after the fight. 2 weeks in Mallorca, near enough straight after, with the family to relax. Then we'll talk about where we go from there.
Good idea.
Yeah. I think we'll definitely fight again. I'd be lost without it, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't be the same kind of person what I am without it. So I think we will definitely fight again.
I'll carry on training you for as long as you want to carry on fighting.
Till the end, till the very end. That's what I say.
Exactly.
The final question was about the predictions for you both.
Predictions. I don't know. We prepare to go the full distance. I'd like to get 5 rounds under my belt again. Just so I've got them in the bank. Me personally, I think, we're both big guys. It's heavyweight. His elbows, I can see it not going the distance, to be honest. I think once that he feels the power and the speed, he's just not going to be able to keep up from what I've heard. So that being said, I can see it being an early night. I say it to my son every night, 7 o'clock, Roman, it's nanites come May 25th. If it goes a distance, fantastic. I've got the rounds under my belt for moving forward later in the year. If he comes out and wants to make it a war, then he's definitely got the right man.
If it all goes to plan, in case he listens and follows the game plan, then I think 3 or 4 rounds. However, as he stated earlier, the 120 kilos, and you've got two lads, coming to war. If Nathan decides that he's going to push forward and bring it on, then it could end up earlier than expected.
Nanites.
Okay, but hopefully nanites in our favour, because
definitely
when you're throwing full blown shots at that weight, especially full tie rules, then anything can happen.
You train and plan for a 5-round fight and a fast-paced 5-round fight at that, and then we and if there's openings there, and I'm the kind of person that will tackle them. I don't mind the fact that I've been out of the ring. I don't mind the fact that he's heavier than me. It really doesn't make a difference to me at all. I think as soon as he feels the power and the pace, I think it's going to be an early night, me personally. That being said,
we'll take a decision when.
Yeah, we'll take a decision.
Win's a win.
It's strictly business. A win's a win. I hope his training camp's gone fantastic, and I want him to be the best form of himself he can be. When it comes down to getting it done, me and you make sure it's done, no matter what. So if he wants to come make it a war, see who's got the most heart, he's definitely got the right man. From what he's saying about A-class, he was struggling to find opponents and this, that and the other. And I think the phrase, be careful what you wish for. So that's mainly the reason why I come back.
Yeah, apparently he's been saying everyone's too scared to fight in A-class. But
he's definitely got one man that's not here. So
yeah,
it's not our first title fight. It's not our first rodeo. It's just another day. It's another fight, and that's exactly how I'm treating it. So the fact that it's a European title fight, I train as hard for every single fight as if it was a title fight, a world title fight. It wouldn't matter. My training stays the same. My team stays the same. So the only difference now is I've got 4 kids, and I think I had 2 kids in my last fight. I'm sure I did. I've got 4 now, and I'm a bit heavier. I get to have a Sunday dinner with my family every Sunday. It's fantastic. So yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks to all the support. And like I said, we've sold more tickets than ever before. Massively humbling. Massive support, especially that it's not in Derby, and we've got to travel a little bit. It's not too far. I'm really happy.
We're good, aren't we?
See everyone May 25th.
Thank you very much.